Hello everybody out there in the YouTube world. Welcome to my channel, The Radical Canuck. That's me. I'm pretty rad, less ickle, but whatever. I don't know, you don't know, they don't know, but we're all gonna find out together. We're gonna be checking out all sorts of firearms, ammunition, optics, accessories, headed to the range, giving them a range trial, seeing how we like them, adding to my collection, touring my collection. We're gonna be doing all sorts of stuff. So I have a confession to make. This past weekend, I got a brand new shotgun, was going to open up the box, and I thought to myself, what if I make an unboxing video? I said, well, I had given it no thought in that moment. I hit record on my phone, and I guess the rest is history. We're making history together. I have really no idea where this channel's going. We're just kind of winging it. I won it a couple days ago. We're gonna keep winging it, but I'm slowly getting it together. So you will notice in my videos, drastic increase in quality. I really hope. You can let me know how I'm doing in the comments below. While I'm at it, don't forget to like and subscribe. The Radical Canuck, that's me. And today we will be unboxing the Keltec KSG, baby. Let's go.
Great. Oh man, they don't need to cut it open. Ooh la la. Alright, we got a little anti-rust grease paper here. Nothing too fancy. Get rid of that. And what you always need is another sticker. That's for sure. That one over there. It comes with a manual, of course. Some quick for the sling attachment points. A little dusty, a little cardboard dust. See ya. And oh, we got our sling for the sling attachments. Right on. Just a basic little box, you know. One thing you can tell, obviously American made, so it's not greasy as all hell coming out of the box. Not in a grease bag either, which is always interesting. But so it came out of a pulp mill. That's kind of weird. Lifetime warranty, it says. And that's good. Okay. Check this out. Let's see if I can figure out how to get this out of there. I guess. Like that. Okay. Easy peasy. What's this guy right now? For this guy, yeah, you just release your action here. Everyone bitching and moaning and complaining online about how much effort it takes to rack their shotgun. I call horse shit. Like, that is, I mean, I've never actually fired any pump action shotgun. Well, I guess once, like 25 years ago, but that's pretty effortless and painless. As we'll put some dummy rounds through there to just see how she goes. Okay, so what I understand from the internets, or I don't know, people complain this is hard to load. Okay, now I say that. Mag selector switch. Oh, cats are getting into a box. So whichever side you have the mag selector set to, so you're about to the right, so it frees up the right mag tube. Okay, action release. Okay, yeah, it does come in. Oh yeah, and we have our first malfunction. Oh man. I'm wondering if that's just because they're shitty dummy rounds. I mean, that very much could be, but yeah. That's right fucked. That's not a good sign. So, not off to the best start here. So, we have 2 shells. I don't know if you can see that. 2 shells underneath there. bit having to take this whole thing apart right now, I guess. That took a few minutes. Honestly, pretty straightforward, particularly once you know what you're doing. You can actually just push these out with your thumb and then manhandle them out a bit, as it turns out. And then you just gotta give this guy a slap. That takes the grip out. And there we go. Like that. And then I was able to clear my malfunction pretty easily. Get it back together and squeeze the front here. And this guy goes in the front. Yep. There we go. Just slaps in like that. So, as you can see, once you know what you're doing, you can access a good portion of the mechanical parts pretty quickly. Take it apart, no tools whatsoever, which I think is pretty cool. I'm not sure what caused my malfunction there. Get a little jammed up, but I have seen that before in some other videos. Not as bad as what happened to me, but I don't know. I'm gonna chalk that up to some user error, at least that being a large contributor to the situation, I think. Like I said, first pump shotgun I've ever had, and you know, just trying to get used to how the action works and whatnot. And it is a bullpup shotgun, meaning that the action where it moves a shell or a cartridge from the mag tube into the chamber is behind your grip here. So traditionally, that would be in front of the trigger, about here. So moving it back to there obviously shortens the entire firearm a good chunk, probably a good 8 inches or so, which is significant, and what makes this great for close combat situation, close quarters. Obviously, without having that longer barrel, a little bit better for coming around corners, making it better for home defense. You know, for home defense, I figured pump action shotgun's the way to go. Pretty limited here in Canada for what we can have, so you know, having that 7+7+1 in the 2 3/4 shells in here, fantastic. Forward grip that everyone recommended, but honestly, let's do this again. At least, I don't know what everyone's complaining about. Everyone's like, you definitely need one of these, so I got one. Didn't really wait because there was pretty good consensus on that. And they recommended getting one of these guys on here. And I think honestly for a lot of folks, what it has to do with just safety. Here is the alleged story. Probably true, but you know, I didn't look for an article, but everyone keeps talking about it. A buddy trying to shoot as fast as he can and rack this as fast as he can, and losing his grip and his hand coming forward and blank. So yeah, that is concerning, but I don't know, just don't be an idiot. But better be safe than sorry, and you know, if this helps with some extra grip, I guess that's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on there. Okay. I mean, there's no lie, it is more comfortable by a lot, at the very least. In a situation, you have a better grip on it. If you ever have to use this for self-defense, it's not much harder for something to get out of your hands. So I was looking at all sorts of different optics for this, and none, I don't know. I wasn't really particularly sold on any, but I figured a good place to start were some flip-up sights. little mag pull M bus here. Oh, you know what? It probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to have read which one was which here. That's what I figured, but no. Better to be sure than fucking around later. And get this out of the way. Do I need an adult, perhaps? Okay, so we're making progress. But we got the mag pull foregrip here, the vertical foregrip. You hear that? That's not from the grip, it's actually from the slide here. It's just loose on there, I guess, is how that is. I do have a Missouri Tactical recoil pad coming in. It's on its way. From everything I've heard, it makes a big difference. It makes this more enjoyable to shoot. I do intend on getting misses trained up on how to use this. Yeah, probably get a lot of recoil for someone small, but also the dimensions of this are ideal for someone of her frame. We are going to get this strap on here. Okay. Give her a yank and a spank right there. I have a feeling I'm going to finish this video, go upstairs and find a rearranged living room. A couple points here to attach our sling. The first to admit, I don't really know what I'm doing here. I don't know. We'll see if we end up doing anything with this video. I just figured, why not? It's minus a billion degrees outside. If you get trapped outside today, you'll die. So that's fun. Basically like living in outer space. So good day to pick up a gun from your local post office and unbox it and get some accessories on it and try making a video and see how that goes. But that's kind of how I like it, not gonna lie. You stick to what you know, life is boring. Taking a crack at stuff that I'm really have no business doing, but I like it a lot. Now we just need to let it warm them up about 40 degrees Celsius and we can take this puppy to the range.
So we're going to talk real quick about some of the features here of the Keltec KSG. These pins go right in here to keep this puppy together. When they pull them out, you can actually store them right in there so you don't lose them at the range, which I think is pretty cool because you lose those things, it's going to be a sad day. You've got two, not one, but two magazine tubes. 3-inch shells will hold 6 each, 2 3/4 shells will hold 7 each. I get down to the mini shells, etc. It holds even more. You got your mag selector switch. Depending on which way you go, selects a different mag. Push it to the right, get the right mag tube. Push to the left, get the left mag tube. That is your loading breech right there, and this is also the ejection path. So it just drops out underneath, so it fully ambidextrous firearm. We got the aluminum Picatinny rail here on top. You can see it's milled out with numbers in there, so you can keep track of where you're putting your attachments and your sights. I have This pretty much is far to the front and as far to the back as I can go, just to give me the longest sight radius possible. We got the injection, down, got the injection molded lower PVC Picatinny rail, which, you know, it gives you a pretty good grip. But the fact that it's plastic and you got this on there, there's been stories of this whole thing snapping off. So High-Tech Custom Concepts actually makes an aluminum Picatinny rail you can just slide on here, and that will actually disperse the force along this whole plastic rail. And then when you get your whatever version of a grip you decide to put on there, it will be attached to the aluminum instead of the plastic, and that just makes it that much more sturdy. There are actually a few attachments you can get, like some bayonets, actually, some spike bayonets that you can get to replace these bolts here at the end of your magazine tube. So I'll give you a standoff. You can get all sorts of lengths from here to there, whichever. You can also actually get some from some different muzzle brakes with choke adapters from High-Tech Custom Concepts, which is also pretty cool. As mentioned, of course, Radical Canuck, I am in Canada, so trying to track those things down here is pretty tricky, pretty pricey. Some of the things you'll find a one-off for some of these things on Amazon, and they will be getting listed at 10x what their value is, so that's pretty wild. But so a little bit of a challenge sometimes here in the True North Strong and Free to get your hands on some of this stuff. What else can I tell you? Yeah, so we got the buttstock here. I fully intend on replacing that with the Missouri Tactical Recoil Pad. But this thing only weighing a little over 7 pounds, it, you know, if you're shooting slugs or buckshot out of here, it's gonna pack a punch. You know, for me, when I go to the range, this is mostly just for fun, a little bit of training for, you know, when shit hits the fan, who knows, hopefully that never happens. But for the most part, this is just a hobby and a sport. So we want things to be as enjoyable as possible. If folks are gonna be asking about the safety, it is located right here above your pistol grip. Just very standard, very basic. Push it to the left, you got your white for S for safe. Push it to the right, you got your red F for fire and or danger. All right, folks, thank you for checking out my video. We got the Keltec KSG here, all the accoutrements on there, almost all of them, still waiting on a couple, I guess. We got the Magpul foregrip, the Magpul M-Bus flip-up sights, just super nifty. Up, down, when you need them in a pinch. Flip down, goes in your bag, no problem. As I mentioned, still waiting on my Missouri Tactical Recoil Pad. We'll show you in another video. We'll check that out, give it a review. Gear makes a world of difference, but we'll see. Next video, we'll be taking this puppy to the range. We'll be checking it out. Until then, sayonara, and we'll see you soon. I'm the Radical Canuck. Don't forget to like and subscribe.